Sorry about that, I ran out of tape. We're still working on the front of this Santa, and we're working on the arms right now. And soon we'll be ready to take off all those. One real important thing, when you put markings on here, you want to be careful to make sure you take all those markings off. Okay, and now we're going to do the pocket here. Actually, I should kind of take the rough stuff off first, and then we'll redesign that, put the lines back on. Okay, because it's just harder to do because you don't have a lot to work with. That pocket just sticks out a little bit. It's not by much. We're going to do this one as well. Whoops. See how it went in, folks? You want to avoid that. You want to turn it over and go the other way. He's coming along all right. Alright, so now we're going to put this pocket back in. We're going to put that there. And we're just going to make a nice big pocket. Put his hands into. And same thing here. The hard part, folks, a lot of times is just matching one side to the other. But, you know, it's... Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to just make two lines, and sometimes I make a straighter line with my knife than I do with a pencil. And just do it on either side. Go back and just trim that off. You know, just make it look like it's raised above everything else, okay? I think that's a little bit big. You make that as small as you want. I'm going to go back and start trim some more off of this. I think it looks a little better if it's smaller. But you know, nice thing about Santas, folks, there's no right or wrong way of doing it. If you want a big tassel on the top, perfect. More power to you. But I like to have a little bit of a more distinct I'm jumping around a little bit. Forgive me for doing that. I try to stick to one area, try to finish that area up and before I go to the next. There's nothing wrong with jumping around either, with working on one spot and then going back to a different spot. Okay, once you get that pocket cut out, like I have it here, alright, I'm going to make this a little more distinct. And this is what I mean when you can make a little bit of a deeper cut, a V-cut, and I'm doing it with my knife to give it the illusion it's much deeper than what it is. It gives it that illusion that that's really in there. See that? See the difference between that? And all that is cutting it deeper and doing that V-cut a little bit deeper. Okay? And then going back and recutting it. Just like I did. Okay? And that gives it some nice depth. And I'll do the same thing over here with the beard. I'll go back and I'll redefine things a little bit more. I've learned over my time of carving for 30 years, sometimes we're so afraid of pulling too much wood off that we really miss the boat by not going deep enough a lot of times. Okay, see, that's the same thing. See the difference between this side and that side. That side looks kind of flat, doesn't look like it has any depth to it. So that's a real important lesson, I think, that I can share with you today, is try to make things deeper and your lines distinct. It just makes your carving stand out much, much nicer. Okay, and the same thing here. I'm going to do the same thing here as I did with that other side. I'm just going to redefine that V-cut. See the difference? And that's all that took, was a couple of cuts to make that whole thing stand out more. And I want his beard to stick out a little bit more, so I'm going to scoop this out a little bit more. I have a nice big lip there that I was doing it with a little gouge, and that works out nice too. So if you're not sure how to do that, you can take a little gouge around it. And I'm going to show you a couple things with gouges. We're going to do what's called a soft beard. We're not going to do this hard looking V-cut on the C. Again, I'm making things look deeper, and I'm going to go around the whole carving and do that, so things are definitely distinct. I'll just show you again up here. See the difference? It just looks like it's tucked underneath. So that's really what I want you guys or gals to learn. Alright, and the same thing when I do the beard here. I'll go a little bit at an angle. This is cleaning it up at the same time. You can do this with a V tool if you like, but I think you get a much crisper look doing it with a knife. Okay, and see, that's a little square there, so we're gonna just round that off a little bit. Alright, same thing over here. We're still in the process of, you know, I'll try to get some more of these done tonight. I should really get ready for the show. I'm having too much fun actually carving. I haven't done this in such a long time. It's been a joy today to be able to sit down for a couple hours and make something. And you know, and these Santas, if you're an experienced carver, shouldn't take you more than a couple hours to really do them. Once you have that, see, I'm going to go back. See, I'm redefining. My new word this year is redefining your line. See how that looks? See how everything's redefined there? It looks nice and deep. Got something in his eyeball. Let's get rid of that. Same thing with that one. Okay, so we'll be back in a little bit, and I'll probably come back later tonight to finish up the rest of it. I need to get back and check on my folks here and stuff, and get dinner ready for them. So, alright, so take care of yourselves. We'll be back soon. Alright, bye-bye.